I didn't see it. I didn't see the end.
But a beautiful end to uncertainty did come for a Winterset couple who lost their home to a tornado that blew through just outside of town in 2022. Mandy and Ryan Gaines are finally back in a house. It comes around 3.5 years after that EF4 tornado, which killed 6 people on Carver Road.
And they waited a long time for this. KCCI's Kayla James has been following the couple's efforts to rebuild. She shows us what led to the light finally showing them the end of the tunnel.
I was just gonna get the cookies ready.
There are very few, if any, activities Mandy Gaines loves more than baking.
My grandma baked, and just sometimes I feel like she's with me when I'm baking.
It's a skill, a talent that for years kept her moving around the kitchen until suddenly
The tornado hit.
that wasn't an option for the Gaineses.
I would go places and bake, but you know, it's not the same.
Mandy and her husband Ryan are grateful that she's able to bake in their home because for years she was unable to do so. They did not have a house, instead living in this shed where she could not bake.
This vibrant red shed with a bed, wood stove providing heat, and mini living room inside the building with dimensions much smaller than a house
14 by 32.
is what the Gaineses were calling home when we first met them in the fall of 2023, a year and a half after a deadly tornado swept through, leaving behind Ryan's home of decades, but uninhabitable.
We couldn't find local contractors willing to fix the existing home. Nobody believed that it was safe enough to repair.
A hard realization for Ryan.
My thought is maybe we'd have to buy a house in town or move away from this, move away from the place that I raised my family.
And then there was a dispute with their now former insurance company, which eventually stopped serving the state,
Final settlement was less than half of my policy claim.
leaving Mandy and Ryan in their shed, sometimes losing hope,
I didn't know how long a shed was going to last.
but never losing faith.
I knew that God would bring us to, having a new home somehow.
And it began with nonprofit disaster relief group Go Serve Global helping raise funds and putting the word out for aid.
Word just started spreading from there.
The Gaineses Church and others nearby, Alair Homes, Matlaw Real Estate, and more got involved until suddenly
People would show up to dig holes, or people would show up to volunteer time or materials.
people the couple knew and didn't know on their property, helping build their new home from the ground up, using small equipment and operating large pieces too. Many of them leaving behind their favorite scriptures on parts of the house.
On the frame itself, on the sheeting, the flooring, their scriptures wrote all over this home. It's a house that God built.
Opening a door to a new beginning for the Gaineses, one that includes their same beloved property with new space,
This is the bedroom.
new designs, new furniture, all leading to the heart of the house for the Gaineses.
The best room is the kitchen.
Mandy back doing what she loves, baking dozens of cookies for the guests they're welcoming on Saturday, people who helped them the entire way through as a thank you. Because if there's one activity Mandy loves more than baking,
Just sharing what I bake.
is baking for others.
These people did the work of God. These people were the hands of God.
In Winterset, Kayla James, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
I'm so happy for them and for everybody who came out and volunteered and helped them out. That is really special.
I got goosebumps when they
Yeah.
were talking about, about how everybody signed,
Yes.
and how those messages are all throughout.
Yeah.
Well, everybody had a hand in it, and so happy, like you said, for them that they're back in their home now.